is, mate. What do you want to do tonight? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Yo, my name is DJ DARKO, and we're here at the 2 Cream 2 Sugar Art Show, Street Dreams, and we are here with Danny. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks, good, thanks. All right, so before the show, I had no idea who you were. So in a few words, who is Danny?
I would describe myself as a multidisciplinary artist. I work in a few different mediums, from photography to illustration, design, which currently I'm going to school for design and working with a few different companies for photography.
Nice, nice. Okay, and then another question I ask is, what does it mean to you to be behind the camera, and what does photography mean to you?
What does it mean to me? Well, it's funny because I kind of like never really thought I was gonna be behind the camera. I was gifted my first camera, I think when I was 13 from my dad. And then from then on, I just kind of like got out, started shooting. And then later on, I started shooting more female portraits. And then now I've been just expanding on focusing on other like artists and musicians and other people in the city that are trying to make a change right now.
Nice, nice. And another question I ask is, what does it mean to you to be a part of this show, and what does it mean to support local?
Well, when I was first asked, I've been talking to the group for a little while, and I saw the shows that they've put on, and I was really interested in their work. I saw a lot of people that they've been working with as well that I thought were really talented, really inspiring. And I think like Vancouver, for being a city, is so small, and that we need to come together and work together to be successful. And I think that everyone, you know, has a little something that we can contribute.
Cool. And where can people get at you if they want to get at you online?
So I have Instagram, which is Danny_OZ. And then also I have an email and a website. My website is dannyozphoto.com. And yeah, I would say Instagram is probably the best right now for me, but yeah.
All right, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo, my name is DJ DARKO, and I'm here right now with the 2 gentlemen of Acid Underground. Is that correct?
Yes,
yo, and what is your names?
Cam.
Cam?
I'm John.
John. Yo, and the first question that I want to ask is, what was the origin of Acid Underground?
That was me just making stuff, first for myself, just like something I wanted to make, change my clothes, and then I kind of realized that like there's just too many pieces just for me, so I kind of expanded on that.
Yeah.
And now we're here more or less. Like a lot of my stuff is thrifted. I thrift pieces or like curate pieces out of like my friends' closets or my closet, you know, something that like I don't like the way it fits. I chop it, I rework it. Or like these. Bought these from the Walmart, split them in half, added some spikes, you know.
Yeah,
like,
no, man, and that's what I'm saying. And it looks dope too.
Thank you.
The fact to able to do that.
You.
And yeah, if you don't mind, and then what inspires you guys to create this stuff besides like the thrifting and the aspect of creating your own clothing? But like, what inspires like the studs and the spikes and stuff like that?
Studs and the spikes, like kind of like punk style. Obviously, like I'm not a huge rock and roll fan, honestly, but like I love the style. I love like the individuality. Like everyone kind of patches up their own vests and that. Like that's awesome. Graffiti, I really like graffiti. You know, like just you can see it on the train sometimes.
Yeah,
you know? It's that lots of street art, music's a big one, like underground music. Yeah.
And what about yourself, Ken?
Fashion inspiration for me like just comes from like skating and music, basically. Just like the people I see from like skating and just like music people I hang out with and stuff. Yeah.
Dope. And then for the both of you, like, what does it mean to be a part of this show, and what does it mean to support local?
This is major. This is my first fashion show ever, so this is a major thing going on. Means a lot. Like I've always wanted to do this, and I was gonna make my own fashion show, like just me, and then just kind of put it out there on like DVD, and then they kind of cut to the chase and got me in there quicker. So this means the world.
Dope. And then what does it mean? The same question to you, and then also what does it mean to support local? I guess.
Man, I'm always down to support the boys, support local, anything. I'm trying to just push whatever, like the whole movement, whether it's fashion, music, or skating. Like I'm just trying to push all that, and if it's like my homies doing it, then I'm all the way there. Just trying to show love and support.
Respect. And then if you don't mind, like the last question I have for you is, what are the rest of the plans for 2019 for Acid Underground?
2019, I got a couple collabs with a couple up-and-coming companies. Don't want to say too much about that. I got a couple t-shirt drops that I got on my website. Like, my website doesn't have anything that's like not one of a kind, but I'm going to do a t-shirt drop, about 20 t-shirts that are all, of course, one of a kind, but I'm going to drop those next few weeks, next month or so. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Hey, yo, my name is DJ DARKO, and I'm here right now with Tim Rolls. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Good. First question I want to ask is, so like, what is the title of like what you do? Can you mind me asking that?
That depends on the day.
Yeah.
But, usually falls in the realm of digital art, installation art, interactive art or design, somewhere in that realm.
Okay, and then the question I have for you is, what does creating mean to you in your field?
What does creating mean to me? It's a bit of a loaded question, really. Yeah, I guess that also kind of depends on the day because, like, I feel like there's sort of two versions of creating. There's the version of creating that kind of everyone needs to do to pay the bills, which is good. You know, someone else is giving you some parameters that you need to be creative to try to work inside of, but still make something that makes you happy in some way. And then there's also another version that's very much just sort of like self-initiated, self-driven. Sometimes you can put your own constraints on things, but that kind is a lot more free. It's usually more the art realm. Yeah.
Cool. And then another question that I have for you is, what do you think sparked it all, or what was the origin of you getting into doing like design and what is it, like 3D design pretty much, and like tactile design? Is that a good way to say it?
Yeah, things you can play with, things that like evolve in real time. Yeah. Curiosity. Like, pretty much just came from me being curious about how these things work and trying to see if I could make them. Seeing great people's works online or elsewhere, and just trying to see what I could do in the same realm, and then I guess here I am. I've made a bunch of things.
True say. And then and we spoke a bit about it earlier, but like working with people like Tim Fernandez, like what is it about working with like-minded individuals when you're putting all of your minds together to create like art pieces and different installations?
I think it's scale. Like, I'm the kind of person that tries to do everything. Like, you know, like on a project, I can do the design, I could do the coding, I can build stuff, but there's a certain point where, like, time-wise, you can't do all of those things as one person, right? So you absolutely need people with skills that can come in and like fill those gaps and just make bigger and bigger things happen.
And then, if you don't mind me asking, what are what plans do you have for the rest of 2019? Do you have any like jobs or installations coming up for 2019?
Yeah, so I'm doing an installation out at Base Coast Festival this year. Using some technology that I developed last year called Spore. They're like wirelessly addressable LED objects. So they kind of remove the limitations of wires. You can just put LED light wherever you want to. So we're going to be spreading those all over the forest at Base Coast, and they're all wirelessly connected still, so they can, like, you know, pass colors back and forth between each other and stuff. So I think that'll be pretty fun. Then I'm partnering up with a band called Close Talker. They're performing here in August. So I'm going to be doing like a live visual show for them.
Oh, cool. And where can people get at you if they want to find you online?
Tim Rolls on Instagram is probably the best.
Cool. Appreciate it, man.
Know what I heard, there's a lot more girls up in the galaxy. You know I fly, why you swerve, why you saying bye to me? Trust me girl, won't give you up, yeah, if you really fuck with me. I'll turn you out, we break it down, and you could break up with me. I'll show you, girl, with all my love, that a star ain't far away. I'll show you, girl, if you don't trust, I'll take you far away. They don't love me, no heaven above me. Say you don't trust.
Yo, my name is DJ Darko, and I'm here right now with none other than Casey from Khe Sanh Clothing. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. All right, so for the people who've watched this, they probably know that we've already done some interviews together, so there's not much that I can ask you, right? But the first question I want to ask you is, how did the Moksha, is it Moksha? Yeah, how did that collection come about, and where'd you get the inspiration for it?
I was actually reading some books by Osho and Deepak Chopra, and I don't know, it was just some word that really stuck with me. And lately, freedom's something that I've really been trying to like master in my own life. And I think it was just something that kept coming back. And when I was trying to think of other names to like name the collection or what it meant, or I don't know, I just thought it was really fitting in terms of like the pieces I use. So like belts and knives and like almost like breaking those constraints with like the belts of like something that's constraining you, and then the knife, something being able to like break you free.
Freedom.
Yeah.
So Moksha is for anyone that wants liberation. Can you say that?
Yeah.
Liberating clothing. I like that. Nice. And another question I have for you is, what does it mean to be a part of this show, and what does it mean to you to support local?
I don't know. I think it's really important. I feel like not enough people do it, and we often just like forget about where we come from and the people that helped us on our come up. So I think it's really important to like be here and support it.
And where can people find you if they want to get at you online?
Instagram's Khe Sanh Clothing, and then my website's khesangclothing.com.
All right. It's been another interview here with Khe Sanh, Casey from Khe Sanh. Thank you.
I gotta do a collab with Justin Bieber though.
You want to do a collab with Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Can you talk a little about that?
Well, we got the same initials, bro.
So you're going to do a collab with Justin Bieber?
Yeah, bro. We're gonna get that shit going because I feel like he'd really like my style, and I feel like it would represent him a lot. Because the logo, man, like JB.
I think so, dude.
I feel like if he saw it, we had opportunity to show him, I think he would definitely rock it.
Yeah.
And like have a little cosign thing, you know? That'd be hard.
All right. With that being said, this is Chillwills Radio.
What's up?
And we're here now with none other than Julian from JB Gear. The first question I want to ask is, what inspires you to make the clothes that you do?
What inspires me is the people's energy when they wear my clothes. I'm really passionate about bringing the best out of people, and that was my outlet. Making clothes is my outlet to doing that and inspiring others to really be themselves. And that's really what drives me to do what I do, because when people put on my clothes, like they just have like a energy that they've never felt themselves, and it just really brings the best out of them. So that's people are definitely my biggest inspiration.
100%. And earlier we were talking a bit about how the clothes come about. So you don't mind just sharing with the people about the sustainability aspect of your clothing?
Yeah, so it started out, I was just with my friends and I told them to bring me clothes that they weren't wearing in their closet. And it kind of started with that, with me working on pieces that people wouldn't really wear. They're just hanging in the closet. So I wanted to bring them back to life. And then they would actually end up wearing it longer. And through that, I ended up using a lot of the scraps from the collections and making them into new pieces, and really trying to just extend the life of the fabric and like making the most out of it. Because, you know, it's really important to just keep using and using and using, and like the waste is so big in the fashion industry, and it's really important for the youth to like really bring this to light, because I feel like the fast fashion brands, you know, the big corporations are really shoving that away and like trying to, you know, they're just taking over in a really unsustainable way, and it's just really bad for the planet. And I feel really passionate about that, and I want to bring that to surface with my art. And so I take the scraps from the collection, remake it into new fabrics, and then create new pieces with the scraps. And then it just brings like a really unique twist to the clothes.
Dope. And are you wearing some of the pants right now?
Yeah, I'm wearing
if you don't mind getting a shot of the pants too, because they look fresh.
Thank you, bro.
Recycled clothing, it's important.
Yeah.
Be sure to recycle the clothing. The last question I want to ask is, well, I got two questions. So one of them is, what are the rest of your plans for 2019? If you have any.
2019, we're going to continue doing shows. I'm really passionate about doing custom work with artists in the local city, just trying to work with new artists and sit down with them and do one-on-one collaborations and really see what they want out of their outfits, and just keep trying to put Vancouver on, man. I feel like the scene's like really bubbling right now, and I feel like it's really important to be a part of that, especially when everyone's trying to push at the same time. But definitely more shows, more clothes, and get hopefully some big artists rocking the gear, and just keep perfecting my craft, you know, always working on it.
Perfect. And actually, you actually, in that answer, you answered my last question, which is what does it mean to support local, but you kind of answered it already.
Yeah.
So hopefully the rest of 2019, collab with Justin Bieber is coming?
Yo, if he wants, bro, but I'm down with the local scene right now. Like, I don't need to go anywhere else. Like, there's so much talent out here that it's endless. Like, it's endless opportunities here with the local crowd. I just love seeing, I like genuinely love their work, and especially the music. Like, I listen, they're in my playlist constantly, so that's really important to me to support. And some of the shows I put on, like, it's all locals, all my friends trying to push it, and I think that's the most important part to help grow the scene, you know.
Perfect. Cool. And where can people get at you online if they want to get at you?
JB Gear
on everything?
Instagram, everything, everywhere.
JB Gear. All right, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time, bro.